Hello everyone. It's a very rainy day, so I apologize ahead of time for the windshield wipers that are kicking on because it's starting to get very rainy. Now, one thing I want to say is that some of you saying I was right, and in the grand scheme of things I am, but I did say flash crash, and this is not flash crash. It's a respectable crash or dip. It's right on the border point right now, but it could go lower. Now, you will G's in the crypto space that follow me know what I mean by that. It's for the new people, it's a great buying opportunity, because if you know what you hold, you see this as your chance to get in. Now, some people are saying it will break a buck. I don't know about that, and of course nothing I say is financial advice nor advice of any kind. Do your own research, make your own decisions. But I will say this, the way I'm seeing it is it could be a V shape, and where the other side of the V matches the this decline, sudden rise, so to speak. However, it could also be a U where it takes a long time, or it could be a flat bottom U for those that are really, like me, familiar but not too familiar, where it goes down as it has been, goes sideways for a while, and then goes right back up again, much akin to how it went down overnight. I lean towards that because I think in time we'll see that it was the hedge funds that really did it, because they wanted the liquidity to mitigate their losses that they were suffering, and they liquefied their crypto. I think that's what we're going to find. I could be wrong, of course. Nothing I say is absolute, guys. Come on. This is just conjecture, speculation, and opinion. That's all this is. But I would say that if I were looking to buy at a cheap price, I would definitely stick to the old school rules. Only buy what you can afford to lose. Dollar cost average in, or currency cost average if you're outside of the US, and just play it safe. Do what you can and just be grateful for what you got. Me, I'm still in the green overall because like many of y'all, I am in this for a while, and fortunately I really think it was God's blessing that I got into these when I did. However, that being said, on some other ones, the shirt is gone. Well, that's the thing. You know how these things are going to do. You go for the long game. I'm a long game guy. I'm like, we'll see. Maybe like when I bought this a couple years ago, I was like, maybe in 5 to 8 years. So by that, we got another 6 years to go. And this channel is really for people like that, where we work our, what's off. We've been doing that for decades, and we just want to be able to retire, not die at work. And that's huge for me. I don't want to die at work. It's just this thing I got, not certain where it came from, not certain I want to remember where it came from. Yeah, that's just a terrible way to go. Anyway, so that's who I'm geared for. Now, for all you OGs in there, OG in crypto world, water on the duck. This weather that I'm in right now with all this rain is a perfect example. You're a duck, it's raining, okay, whatever. Let me take a sip of my little Yeti here. Man, that's good coffee. Anyway, so we got this going on. Turn this on. let me say why I think we're going to get the flat U. Because, yeah, stocks are doing that. Hedge funds are liquidating. In my humble opinion, hedge funds are liquidating their crypto assets because that's their fiduciary responsibility to their investors. And that's how markets crash. Everyone's doing their fiduciary, their immediate fiduciary, because of certain court rulings they have to. And they know that they're going to broke, but they have no choice. So that's why I think it's very important for the individual investor to, within their capabilities, pardon me, to handle their own money. Now, there is one more thing that could happen, and I want to make sure everyone's aware of this. Real estate. Real estate, especially in Florida, very precarious. I heard it's very precarious in Texas also, as well as like Tennessee and Kentucky. If you're in those areas, please comment down below. Also, Belinda, welcome from South Africa. Let us know how the economy is in South Africa. I know it's been bad for a while, and I don't know if you follow Serpent ZA at all or Lao Y, but Serpent ZA is from South Africa. He's follow him on X. He has a YouTube account as well, and he discusses what goes on in your land. But let us know, Belinda, what's going on in your part of the world. Definitely want some input on that. You guys are probably precious metals heavy, but that's just a guess, except for younger folk who are not so much precious metals. And I heard gold has gone down a bit. You know, for me, gold is the store of value because people believe in it. Precious metals and commodities overall are probably the great store of value if you know how to balance that right. And now, you know, a tertiary amount on commodities. I really can't speak on it, at least not from an in-depth standpoint. But yes, watch the real estate market, ladies and gentlemen. If that goes, we're going to go down. I mean, we're going to really go down, and it's not going to be good unless you're buying. Right now, I'm not buying because, as a lot of you know, the OGs on this channel, I'm about building the credit report, or cleaning the credit report and building the credit score. Because no matter how rich you get, you need an awesome credit score. And if you want to buy that multi-million-dollar mansion, all right. If you're smart, you're going to use your dividends from XRP to pay off a mortgage on that property. Well, if you're going to do that, because you're not going to sell your XRP to buy a mortgage, no. If anything, when things come online, you're going to take a loan against your XRP or your whatever the crypto is, not pay taxes on the money because it's a loan. You get a mortgage on the property, and because you took care of your credit score, your mortgage is low, and you're still making money off your XRP, because hopefully staking will be around by then, or you know, maybe you loan out at a bigger rate than what you're paying. Yeah, that would be tricky, but you guys see what you can do. The whole point is to be prepared. So I would say be steadfast, ladies and gentlemen. Know what you hold. This isn't Bitcoin. This isn't Ethereum. You know, these are the ISO coins. We focus perhaps too much here on XRP, but in my opinion, and again, this is only one guy's opinion as he drives his car to work, XRP is going to be the first to pop. You know, you got strong sentimentality for HBAR. XDC and HBAR supposedly have something going on, so XDC is in the game. There's just a lot of interesting things going on, And things are so interesting. Things are still new and nascent that I say, be chill, ladies and gentlemen, be chill. Because it's, you know, it might look really bad for some people right now, but in the end, it's really gonna be good. And like the 1% always say, you have to pay your price. You have to suffer in order to receive. And arguably, well, let's just say the top 3% of the population say that on all sides of the spectrum when you really dig into it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's really all I've got to say this morning. I'm not panicky. I'm not nervous. And if you're an older person just getting into this, for now, this is how the game goes until it steadies out. So the only way you can lose is if you sell, because then you lock in your losses. Remember, don't lock in losses. You're here for gains. You're here to retire and not die at work. Ugh. Anyway, all right, ladies and gentlemen, please like, please share, please subscribe. Please comment down below, because that part of the community where we comment, where we interact, is really starting to grow, and that's awesome. I'm trying to build a community here. I want to learn from you. Let's do that kind of thing. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, do take care. Peace to everyone, and remember to be good to each other. And thanks for watching. Bye.